Hello everyone, welcome to my fourth video lecture on topology. In this video, we shall prove one of the important results in topology in the form of a theorem. The statement of the theorem is, let x comma t be a topological space and x belonging to capital X be arbitrary. Then the first result we have to prove is there exists at least one neighborhood of the point x. So like that we have to prove three more results. So let us move on to prove these results. So first consider the given data. So what is the thing given? X comma t as a topological space, it is given to us. So let us consider x comma t as a topological space, and the point x, consider it arbitrarily, that is x belong to capital X is an arbitrary point in the set X. Now to prove the first result. What is the first result? There exists at least one neighborhood of the point X. So this is the thing to be proved. To prove that there exists at least one neighborhood of the given point x. We know that we shall collect some of the informations which we already know. We know that topology, by the definition of topology should contain phi and x. The property number 1 tells us that T should contain, the topology T should contain phi and x. That is, the set X belongs to T by the definition of topology. This implies this X is open set. It is an open set now because it is a member of the topology. Now also X is a subset of itself. This is a trivial fact. The set is a subset of itself. So X is subset of X. This, combining these two results, what we are having, that is the open set X, which is in our hand, open set X, let us take this as the open set X, is the subset of the set X. And now by the data we have X is belonging to X. So X is belonging to the open set X and the open set X is containing in X. This implies this X is the neighborhood of the point X. So we have proved that there exists at least one neighborhood of the point X and that neighborhood is the set X itself. So this is how we have proved the first result. Now let us see what is the second result to be proved. So the second result to be proved is, for each neighborhood n of x, x belongs to n. So let us prove this result. It is very simple to prove this result. It follows directly from the definition of the neighborhood. By the definition of the neighborhood, it is given here that n is the neighborhood. Since n is neighborhood of the point x, there exists an open set, at least one open set there should exist. There exists an open set, that is the member of the topology T. There exists an open set G such that X is belonging to that open set and that open set is contained in N. We have seen from the previous video that neighborhood is the superset of the open set containing the point X. So when X is belonging to G and G is the subset of N, that is X is belonging to G and G is the subset of N, By the definition of subset, every member of G should also be a member of N. Therefore, X is a member of G. It implies that X is a member of N. So we have proved the second result very easily. So it follows trivially by the definition of an neighborhood. So this completes the proof of the second result. Now let us see what is the fourth result to be proved. Sorry, the third result to be proved. If M is the superset of the neighborhood N of a point X, then M is also the neighborhood of the point X. This result is also very easy to prove. That also follows from the definition of the neighborhood. So here what is the thing given? M is the superset of the neighborhood of the point X. Again we have to do this type of work. Since N is the neighborhood of X, there exists an open set G such that X belongs to G, which is subset of N. So let us call it as equation number 1, for example. Now what has been given? M is the superset of N. Given that M is superset of the neighborhood N. N is the neighborhood, therefore this is the definition we are having, and M is the superset of such a neighborhood N. That is, N is contained in M. So if we combine the results 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 we can write down, it implies X is belonging to G, the open set, and open set is belonging to N, and from this is following from the result 1, and from the result 2 what is following? N is belonging to M. So this implies X is belonging to G, the open set, and G is belonging to M. When G belongs to N and N belongs to M, that is when G is subset of N and N is subset of M, then by the transitivity G is the subset of M. So therefore X is contained in G and G is contained in M. This implies by the definition M is a neighborhood of the given point X. So this completes the third result. Now let us see what is the fourth result to be proved. If N1 and N2 are the neighborhoods of the point X, then the intersection of N1 and N2, N1 intersection N2 is also a neighborhood of the point X. So let us prove this result. That is the proof of fourth part of the theorem we are considering. Since N1 and N2 are the neighborhoods, they are the neighborhoods of the point X, by the definition there exists open sets. There must exist open sets G1 and G2 respectively, G1 for N1 and G2 for N2. There exist two open sets G1 and G2 such that that condition. What is the definition of neighborhood? The point X belongs to the first open set G1 and the first open set G1 is contained in the first neighborhood N1. This is the by the definition of neighborhood N1, and the point X is belonging to the second open set G2 and that second open set G2 is contained in the second neighborhood N2. This is again following by the definition of the second neighborhood N2. So corresponding to N1 and N2 we have used the same definition and we got the two results here. Now this implies that as far as AND is concerned, we can use the set theoretic operation intersection. So we can combine these two statements in this way. This implies X is contained in G1 and X is contained in G2, means X is contained in G1 intersection G2. It can be very easily understood from the set theory. When x belongs to G1 and x belongs to G2, it implies x belongs to G1 intersection G2. And when G1 is subset of N1 and G2 is subset of N2, G1 intersection G2 is the subset of N1 intersection N2. This is also following from the basic set theory. So what we have got an expression here that is stating that x is contained in the intersection of G1 and G2. We know that what G1 and G2 are, since G1 and G2 are open sets, and by definition of by the definition of topology, it follows that the finite intersection, the third property is telling us in the definition of topology, the finite intersection of open sets is open. So this implies G1 intersection G2 is equal to, say, G is again an open set. So this is very important observation we have to do here. So let us substitute this into equation number 3. Therefore 3 implies that x is belonging to some open set G, and that is contained in N1 intersection N2. So therefore, by the definition of neighborhood, this is the superset of some open set G containing the point x. Therefore this is going to be the neighborhood. So N1 intersection N2 is a neighborhood of x. So what we have proved in this result, if N1 is a neighborhood of x and N2 is a neighborhood of x, then the intersection of two neighborhoods is again a neighborhood of the point x. So with this, the fourth and last result completes. So thank you very much for watching this video.